Hey everybody, I think we're about overdue for our next video. Sorry it's been a while. Late February 2013, so we'll go ahead and call this our March video. And it's been a long time since I've opened a few packs of football cards on camera, and I know a lot of people enjoy seeing the old packs, especially from the early 80s, back when the USFL was around, and I was a kid back then. I was, 12, 13 years old, and I remember buying these at the local store. Got a couple here. We'll see who's inside. And I also wanted to mention, you've probably already seen on the website where I'm talking about the new Jerry Argovitz book. You may have already read this or ordered it, but if not, let me just say this is a very good read. Whether you're a USFL fan, Gamblers fan, pro football fan in general, or even college football. I mean, Jerry Argovitz has always been known as a shit stirrer, from a lack of a better term. And this book is exactly what he does. I mean, he's not a big fan of the current system when it comes to college football and the lack of compensation for the players. So make sure you pick this book up. It is a very good read. And this is my copy. Dr. Argovitz went ahead and signed it to me. To Anthony, thanks for keeping the Gambler's legacy alive. Stay strong. And I think that says Jerry Argovitz. I'm not totally sure. But, all right. Got a couple of packs of football cards from 1983. And one is a wax pack because of the wax wrapper. And the wax packs have 13 cards in them. And this is called a cello pack because of the plastic cellophane wrapping. And these actually have 24 cards in them. And both these packs have an old stick of gum in them too. That old gag. Let's go ahead and open the wax pack first. And 1983, the big cards this year were the Marcus Allen rookie, which... here's Marcus Allen right there on the cover. And the Mike Singletary, Bears linebacker rookie. They are both in the Hall of Fame now. But those are the big cards that year. And of course, Joe Montana, Walter Payton. Hopefully we'll get a big name out of here. So there's the gum split in half. Let's see how many Hall of Famers we get. All right, Wes Chandler, not a Hall of Famer, but a good player back in the day. And the gum was sitting on that, so there's a little shape where the gum used to be. Ron Smith of the Eagles. Kenny Johnson, quarterback for the Falcons. Checklist. When you're a kid, you never want to see the checklist. You always feel like you got screwed. Passing leaders with Joe Theismann and Ken Anderson. And actually, the wrapper right there, that's supposed to be Joe Theismann, even though they don't say it is. Jeff West, punter for the Seahawks. This is actually a sticker with a puzzle back. There was one per pack, and this is Wesley Walker. He was a damn good receiver for the Jets. Bob Brunig, Pro Bowl linebacker for the Cowboys. Lawrence Taylor. This is actually LT's second card. His rookie card was last year, 82. But this is a beautiful card. It's centered perfectly. I think this would be a good card to get graded. Gerald Riggs of the Falcons. Jeff Moore, running back for the Niners. Good old Matt Millen, linebacker for the Raiders. Tom Milady, tight end for the Giants. Marty Lyons, defensive tackle for the Jets. That wasn't a bad pack. I mean, the LT was definitely cool. The cellophane pack, you can always see the top and the bottom card. And we've got Falcons quarterback Steve Bartkowski on the top. All right, and there's some of the gum. Okay, and once again, there's good old Steve Bartkowski. Gerald Wilhite, Bob Kuechenberg from Notre Dame and the Dolphins. New York Jets, Freeman McNeil, rushing leader. Harold Carmichael of the Eagles, a tall dude back in the day. Cliff Thrift, middle linebacker for the Chargers. Robert Brazil, Pro Bowl linebacker for the Oilers. And why this guy's in the Hall of Fame, I'll never know. I think he was NFL All-Pro for 6 or 7 years in a row. I mean, the guy was crazy. Buffalo Bills leaders, Joe Cribbs. Jerry Argovitz could tell you a little bit about Joe Cribbs. Joe Rose, tight end for the Dolphins. Rick Upchurch, he was a great returner and a Pro Bowl wide receiver for the Broncos. Billy Sims, Pro Bowl running back for the Lions. And of course, there's Billy Sims on the book. Boy, if we could only pull a Herschel Walker, too bad he wasn't in this set. Okay. Randy McMillan, he was the rushing leader for the Colts that year. And look, there's Joe Cribbs again, running back for the Bills, and this is that sticker with the puzzle back on it. Matt Suhey, running back for the Bears. Anthony Munoz, he's a Hall of Fame tackle for the Bengals, and this was his second year also. Alfred Jenkins, wide receiver for the Falcons. Billy Sims, rushing leader for the Lions. Boy, we're just getting an Argovitz rich pack here, and there's obviously no way to know that. Vernon Dean, cornerback for the Skins. Oh, had a Ronnie Lott fall from the heavens. Cornerback for the Niners, and once again, this is his second year also. Ronnie Lott, Lawrence Taylor, Anthony Munoz, they all had their rookies the year before 1982. Dariel Harris, Carl Roaches for the Oilers. I don't know if you guys remember him, man. That dude used to return some serious kicks. Donnie Kraft, running back for the Oilers. Russell Erxleben, who went to prison, punter for the Saints. Luke Prestridge, punter for the Broncos. And these last couple of cards are kind of dinged, which is nothing new. Rob Carpenter, running back for the Giants. And he played for the Oilers from 77 through 81 back in the day. Well, just a little fun with some cards that are now 30 fucking years old. Can you believe that? All right, everybody. Well, I got a package. FedEx left it on my porch today, and it's always a good day when I get something like this. It's big, whatever it is, and I notice it is from Scott Boucher, who is, of course, the player representative for HoustonGamblers.com, and he is also on the all-time Gamblers team as an offensive lineman. I've got him on the line, so let's see what the deal is here. Scott, you there?
Yeah, can hear you.
Hey, did you send me a bomb, or what's the deal with this big box here, man?
Yeah, we should say that on the line. It was it's going to smell like a bomb when you open it. I've always enjoyed sending you things to share with the community out there at gambler.com. And, the box that I sent, if you open it up, I can give you some detail on it and see what you think about it. Go ahead and open this up on the air real quick, and let's get to it.
If you guys didn't know, Scott Boucher is also the official HoustonGamblers.com resident comedian. All right. Well, somebody packed it pretty well here. And... Ooh. Well...
It's not my jockstrap.
Wish it were. I could sell that for a few bucks. Well, I see some... I haven't taken it out of the box yet, but I see some padding And I see some old, brittle, vintage tape. Looks like a big pair of shoulder pads. And I think there's your number 60 on it. And
You're right. Those are the playing pads for the teams that I played with the Gamblers. Those are the original pads, game pads.
These are your Houston Gambler shoulder pads?
Right, they sure were. And I thought those would be something unique. I don't know if you have up there already.
No, this is one thing that we needed. Good Lord, man. And you signed your name and your uniform number, and
there's a picture. I think I should send one up. You might have it. I've got it on Facebook. I'll try to get to you. Anyway, I tell people, if you look at those shoulder pads, they don't look like the obvious shoulder pads that kind of wing up in the air. They're folded down on the corner at the top, on the elbow, on the spine. They probably look like they're real small. They're probably really fit you. And they've got tape all over it, two-sided tape, and we've even manufactured a neck roll. And instead of using a lot of custom things that were already made, I always made my own things. And like I made my own knee pads, I made my own thigh pads, and you can tell from some pictures. But the main thing, Anthony, I want to share with you and the people out there that these pads, I know that there'll be a picture as we're explaining it, is that the advantage that when we got these pads, defensive linemen, their advantage to getting to the quarterback is having them to grab onto the offensive lineman to jerk him around. And
right.
that's either grabbing his loose jersey or grabbing some part of anything on the offensive lineman that's loose to throw him out of the way.
Yeah.
And once those pads are put on, and the uniforms, you've got some of the Gambler offensive uniforms. If you put the uniform over that pad, that shoulder pad, it will fit so tight and it would be so snug that there's nothing that the defense could grab onto, and it gave us an advantage.
Yeah.
In fact, it was so different because in college I had a loose fitting uniform, but we had a technique that I played tackle. It really didn't bother me because at that time, we had time position where we punched him in the stomach, and it was legal at the time, but they kept them away from us. And the thing that gave was you actually put a film of me in a test. I forget what it was. We were practicing. I was going against Tony Fitzpatrick, one of our premier defensive linemen. In a practice situation, I was wearing a practice jersey that was mesh, and it was real loose. It was like wearing a parachute. I stood up to block Tony, and it was just me and him, and he had to get back to the quarterback. And I got a hold of him pretty good, stood him up. But all he had to do was reach out and he grabbed that outside like a good defensive lineman should. And he just stood me down. I mean, and just did an excellent job. And as opposed to if I had had that other jersey on, he would have had a little bit taking a longer time possibly to get there.
Right.
Oh no, we never had that opportunity. But, Tony was always in the backfield with all the other, playing against other teams. But my point being is, when we got to the Astrodome, or whatever, we would start getting ready with the shoulder pads like 4 hours before the game. Because we had to put two-way carpet tape all the way across our pads. And then somehow get our jersey over that, which was, it was a feat to get that small jersey over that. Then it took like 3 to 4 trainers to pull that over. It was like a turtle shell. And once you got it on, it popped. It was pow! And it was thick, man.
Huh.
And the sleeves, underneath the sleeves of our uniforms had shoelace holes. And they take shoelaces, push our arm. You can look players today, they push their sleeves all the way up above the shoulders so it looks high up, you know. And that's what we had to do. And on our jerseys, they had what we would call a diaper flap type thing that would go down between your legs and come back up in front and button up so that the defensive lineman couldn't pull your zip out of your pants or anything, you know?
Right.
And so we were in a complete metal shell, and the last thing we would do is there might have been a chance that we accidentally walked in front of a can of some greasy stuff that's sprayed in front of our jersey. I don't recall that. I've read it on the internet. But, we've been allegedly accused of doing that. And the defensive lineman, everybody did it at the time, and nobody could grab onto our jerseys. It was really a good thing, but those shoulder pads, once people see them, they'll understand what I'm talking about. But that's pretty much about it. I mean, it was us, the offensive linemen, taking the advantage away from the defense, and us getting the advantage on our side. Because number 1, we need to play. Number 2, we need to snap count. Number 3, now the defense, we took away their leverage.
Yeah.
If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can see how well that tape's on there. That's the last game we played. The tape from the last game. And I didn't just never cut off.
So you put new tape on every game, obviously.
Yeah, you have to peel off the old tape and re-tape it every game. You couldn't use the same tape, you have to take off the old tape, and then you start with a whole new roll of tape. And see what I'm talking about, to put carpet tape or that tape, two-way tape down on every section of the shoulder pad, it took a while.
Oh, yeah.
And we'd just be in there talking as we did it and get prepared mentally. Then we go take a break, go watch the cheerleaders work out, and walk on, come back, start doing some more. And, it was a process. It was I don't want to say it was a ritual, but it was something we had to do that was necessary to prepare for the game. And the whole entire line practically was involved in it, so it was something that by the time we got out on the field, we were mentally prepared for let's say, battle. Like watching a Roman soldier get ready, or you ever watch the movie Troy, where they put their helmet on, they gear up underneath, they gear up all outside there. Everything's made just for them. They didn't get something that was just made and then tried on. Most of the stuff was made, especially for royalty. Those things were form-fitted for them, It was exciting because the run and shoot, you had so many different different things you could do as far as pass blocking. You had time to go block somebody else. You had a lot of things you had to do. Like, my deal was like one picture that you have up at the corporate office there at HoustonGambler.com behind me, where Jim Kelly's throwing the ball and I'm blocking backside the blind. Well, that whole play started where they're running a 3-4 defense, and I didn't have anybody over me at left guard. Well, my responsibility, Jim's going to right, but I'm playing the left. Well, I had to check the guy in front of me, the linebacker. Then I had to go and back up and check. He didn't come, so then I had to check the onside blitz or incoming. If he wasn't blocked, I'd run and go block in front of Jim Kelly so he wouldn't get blocked or tackled or whatever. And then if that guy wasn't coming, I had to turn because I knew instantly there was a backside coming. And if you look at that picture, there was a backside guy. He's coming. He doesn't know it because he doesn't know that I know that he's coming, but I know he's coming because I already read it. And, you know, you go back and you ear hole him and you say Jim's backside.
Right.
And that's why Jim's got to trust his offensive line, you know, because that could be a, you know, he could take Jim out of the game, you know.
Right.
And I don't want to be the guy for the rest of my life being known, you know, that, you know, I'm the one that let Jim down, you know, but I don't mean that in a bad way. Yes, that's false if it happened, but, you know, it's all a team sport. But I remember at a reunion signing autographs, and I said, Jim, you know the reason you got to the Hall of Fame. He said, no, Boucher, you're the reason my left shoulder still hurts. I'm like, oh, man.